So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts NAPPA! So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box for the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z line. We do get the window right there in the front of the box, and on the window on white says SH Figuarts and NAPPA. On the right side of the box, we do get a few images of the NAPPA figure. Then we do get the Toei Animation sticker warning, blah 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 blah, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then here is the bottom of the box with a cool image of the NAPPA figure. And then here is the top of the box, not much going on there. And then here is the one side of the box. And then the other side of the box here with some cool images of the figure there. And then the back of it does show a few poses you can get NAPPA into along with some of his accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure over to take a closer look at the guy who used to be Vegeta's friend until he realized he was too weak and brutally murdered him. Alrighty, taking a closer detail look, and I think Tamashii Nations did a superb job with this NAPPA. They did a much better job with this NAPPA compared to the updated Scout or Vegeta that they just released. Before him, the face sculpt looks exactly like NAPPA, like they took him directly out of the anime and put him in SH Figuarts form. And I love that we have paint shading all throughout his skin tone. That is a huge plus right there. We do get some paint shading on his forehead, on his temples, his cheeks, and chin, so I do like that they added that on there. And very nice paint work for the mustache, the teeth, the eyes, and the eyebrows, and beautiful sculpt all throughout the face, the ears, and everything. So very good job on the head sculpt there. The neck looks dope too, very nice sculpt and paint shading all throughout the neck. And then the upper chest where you can see the skin tone around his collarbone and everything, we do get that paint shading again and very nice sculpt as well. Now for the torso, the Saiyan armor I think looks dope. My main issue with this figure is, once again, we don't get any line work on the brown pieces here, just like with the Vegeta figure that we just gotten. So to me that is a big disappointment, because that really does make these Saiyans with the Saiyan armor look that much better. But other than that, they did a beautiful job with the sculpt, and the paint's nice and clean all throughout it, where the black meets the white, and then where the brown meets the white. Nice clean paint work all throughout the Saiyan armor. There's just a few pieces here and there that they could have done a little bit better with the paint work, but very nice job on the torso. The side of it looks good too, so good job with that. And then the back looks pretty dope. I do have some black paint bleeding right there on the white, and then they didn't fully paint the black right there and then right there. So minor paint issues here and there, but they're not like horribly bad. The lower back looks great too. Very nice sculpt on those pieces there. And then the shoulder pad pieces look dope too. They are on hinges, as you can see. And the paint's pretty good on them also, so good job with that. And then we do get his Saiyan tail, which is molded onto the figure. You cannot remove it, and he does not come with an extra tail, just like how Vegeta did. But very nice sculpt all throughout it, and I don't think there's any paint shading on it, which is a bit disappointing. But the tail does look pretty good, so they did do a good job with that. And then the arms, beautiful sculpt on the muscle definition there. We get some beautiful paint shading as well, so very good job with the paint and the sculpt on the arms. The elbow joints blend in beautifully on this figure. Just the muscle definition looks insane on NAPPA. Look at that. What the hell? The forearms, very good job with them as well. A little bit of paint issues here and there where the white meets the black, as you can see right there. And then on this side as well. And then the white's bleeding onto the arm there. So a little bit minor paint issues here and there on the figure, as I said before. But the gauntlets look dope. I do like the way the rope looks around the wrist. Very nice sculpt on that. So good job throughout the arms there. Then we get these lower three pieces on the Saiyan armor, and they did a good job with the side ones. The front one could have used a little more of that brown or goldish paint up in the corner there, and then same with on the other side. But other than that, they all look great, and they're all on individual hinges. So I do like that they did that. And then NAPPA does have his Speedo on, and then they did a great job sculpting and adding the paint shading all throughout the legs there. The muscle definition really looks great on this figure, and I love how we have that paint shading. He just has such crazy muscles, Jesus. The knees blend in beautifully, just like the elbow joints. I think they did a fantastic job with the knee joints and the elbow joints on this NAPPA. And then the lower legs look great too. Very nice job with the sculpt and paint. The boots look dope. They did a nice job with the paint shading on the skin tone. And then we do get the rope around the ankles there, and very nice sculpt on those. And then the feet, nice sculpt and paint on those as well. So very good job with the detail throughout this entire figure. And then the bottom of the feet, nothing going on there. But overall, I think they did a stupendous job with this NAPPA, and I don't think I could have been any more happy with how this figure turned out. Just wish they added the line work in the Saiyan armor there. But other than that, the detail was really executed practically perfectly. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, Nappa is actually included with a decent amount of stuff. So we do get a Tamashii Nation stand, but we only get the arm and the base. Once again, no clamp. I don't know why it's so hard for them to just throw in that tiny little clamp when they give us a stand. And the reason why we got this stand here is because we do get a little blast effect, and they did a very nice job with it. I do like the translucent plastic, how it's yellow and then blends into that clear. I think that looks dope right there. Very nice sculpt on this in paint. And we do get the peg hole on the bottom right there, so you do just peg it into the stand like so, and then there you go, as simple as that. So we do get the stand and the blast effect, and then we also get 4 interchangeable faces. So we do get this one on the left that comes on the figure out of the packaging that we did take a look at before, and they did an excellent job with this one. And this is the smiling, smirking, angry type looking face, and they did a phenomenal job with it. So we do get this one, then we do get the same exact smiling face here, but we have the Scouter molded on there, and the Scouter looks dope. Very nice paint and sculpt on it. We do get the purple translucent plastic on there, which looks great. Very nice paint and sculpt all throughout the teeth, mustache, eyes, eyebrows, and then we do get that paint shading all throughout the skin tone as well. But very good job on these Scouters. So we do get that face, and then we also get the angry, screaming, yelling type face, and he's looking straight ahead here, and they did an excellent job with this one as well. Very nice sculpt and paint around the mustache, eyes, eyebrows, the tongue and teeth and everything, and then we do get the paint shading as well, and then we do get a few sculpted veins on his forehead, which look pretty cool. So we do get that one. Then finally we get the same yelling, screaming, angry face again, but he's looking off to the right, and they did a great job with the paint and sculpt once again on it. We do get that paint shading, very clean paint work all throughout this, and the sculpt looks great as well. We do get a few sculpted veins on the top of his forehead again, so very good job on all 4 interchangeable faces. So we do get those, and then we finally get 7 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging, and very nice sculpt and paint all throughout these. I love how they added the paint shading around the knuckles there, so they did a very good job with that. And then we do see the part of his gauntlets carrying over onto his hand, which look very good. So great job on the fists, and all his hands are very simple to interchange, and that is always a big plus there. So we do get a pair of those, and then we do get a pair of karate chop hands, or maybe open blasting hands here, and they did a great job with these. You can see the fingernails sculpted on there, and then you can see the paint shading on the knuckles. You could actually see a few veins on the top of the hand right there, which looks pretty cool, but very good job on these. We even get some paint shading on the thumb. I liked how they sculpted all the lines on the fingers there, so very good job on the karate chippity chop chop type hands. So we do get a pair of those, and then we do get a pair of like martial arts stance hands here, and they did a great job with these as well. You can see the fingernail sculpted on there. We do get the paint shading. We do get actually some wrinkles on his finger right there, and I do love the way that looks. So very good job on these martial arts stance hands. And then finally we get one right hand. I don't know what this move is called, but it's the first thing he did when he landed on Earth and killed a bunch of humans. So we do get a right hand of that, and very nice sculpt and paint all throughout this hand as well. So very good job on all 7 interchangeable hands. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Nappa. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Nappa Nappington. To the top of his head, it looks like he's just shy of 7 inches tall, and I feel like he should have been around 7 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts San Diego Comic-Con Frieza Saga Goku, the updated Scouter Vegeta, Krillin, and the San Diego Comic-Con Piccolo. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Vegeta, Android 16, Golden Frieza, and the San Diego Comic-Con Broly. And then here he is compared to a bunch of the other SH Figuarts, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super figures. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Punisher. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, we do get 2 joints at the neck. So the upper neck joint, Nappa can look up a pretty damn good amount, and looking down, he looks down decently. So pretty good forward and back movement at the upper neck. Then we do get some beautiful neck pivot there. Really love the neck pivot at the upper neck joint. Then it does swivel. The lower neck joint does go forward a tiny bit. Doesn't really go back that much, but you do get a little bit of forward movement. So with both joints, he almost looks all the way down, and both joints looks up pretty good. Then we do get a little bit of pivot at the lower neck, but it kind of gets stuck sometimes. The joint's really tight on mine, and then it does swivel a little bit at the lower neck. So very nice movement with both those neck joints. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso right under the chest there. And Nappa can crunch forward with that joint about that much, which is alright, and then goes back a pretty good amount. And then we do get some really good pivot actually. So nice pivot at the torso, and then it does slightly swivel. Now for the waist, very minimal forward and back movement, same with the pivot, but this is where you get the swivel at the waist there, because you really don't get the best swivel at the torso. Now the shoulder pad pieces are on a hinge, so they can hinge up and down. Same with these pieces with the Saiyan armor, they're each on a hinge, so you can hinge them up and down. Now for the arms here, we do have like a butterfly type joint, so you can move the arms forward a little bit, so I do like that, and you can put them back. Then we do get a little bit of circular motion out of the arm there, so I do like that point of articulation. Then the arms go out to the sides a little less than 90 degrees. Do wish they went up a little bit more, and then they do go up and down. Then we do have the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in about 90 degrees. Then we do have a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, we do get the original SH Figuart leg joints where they do shift down a tiny bit, so Nappa can kick forward 90 degrees, which is great for the size of the figure. Then it does go back almost 90 degrees and kicks out to the side a little more than 45 degrees, which is pretty good for the size of Nappa here. Then we do get a swivel at the upper thigh. Then we have double jointed knees that bend back a little more than 90 degrees. Then for the ankles here, they do swivel. They hinge up not too much, but they hinge down a really good amount. And then we do get very nice pivot for Nappa, and I'm really surprised at how good his pivot is. And we do get a toe hinge. So overall, I think we get some excellent articulation for this Nappa, especially for him being a more bulkier character. I think they worked in the movement really great on this figure, and I'm pretty damn satisfied with it. And you're going to be able to get him in some great Nappa-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Nappa. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an even 9. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I had mine imported from Japan, but I know my buddy from Agelessgeeks will be getting this in stock once it releases in the US, and I believe he does have it up for pre-order on the Agelessgeeks website. If he doesn't right now, he will very, very soon. And if you do purchase something from Agelessgeeks, don't forget to enter in codename Daredevil, and you will be getting yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. We do get a few images of the figure on the right. Says Tamashii. What? That's Toei animation, damn it. On the right side of the box, we do get a few images of the figure. Then we do get the Toei animation sticker warning, blah 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 blah, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Band-Aid. Damn it, Bandai. And then the top of the box, really not much, just an image of almost called him Vegeta, damn it. Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then the bottom of the box just had Golden Frieza and the Shibbity. They did an incredible job. And the back, very nice sculpt and paint. A little bit of sloppy paintwork here and there. Stop it, Luffy. We got black paint.